So there's two Nicks.
Well, you have some questions. I would imagine you would have some questions. I had a lot of questions.
Well, I do have a question. Which Nick's from the future?
What? How did you know?
Are you from the past?
I'm from the future, 6 months from now. How did you...
Well, Simon's my friend, remember? I mean, he told me why he wanted money from you guys, but I thought he was a fucking cook, but... Simon figured out how to fucking time travel?
Hello, and welcome to Cajun Fish, an Ally McBeal watch-along podcast. My name is Nate, and opposing counsel this evening is Brian Martin.
All rise.
It worked out really, really great because...
Oh, my God.
It worked out really great because I had a lot of trouble coming up with an actual intro
For this one?
for this episode.
But you're neck deep in
I'm neck deep in Ally McBeal, our watch-along podcast that's going to spin off of this.
I hope that the 57 seconds episode, which I haven't heard yet, is nothing but like audio clips from Ally McBeal episodes.
I didn't go heavy on it, but I was doing the editing for it.
Instead of our normal theme, it's got that, I've been searching my soul tonight.
No, that's what this one will do.
I've been down, 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 I've been down.
Okay.
No, but I was just in the process of editing that, and I'm like, Cajun Fish, the podcast. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Cajun.
A little spicy.
Yeah. How are we doing this evening?
Pretty good.
It's good to start off with a laugh, because this movie wasn't funny. Actually, that's not true.
No, this movie's pretty funny.
It's pretty... You predicted it, however. I did not laugh.
Did not laugh out loud. I laughed out loud a couple times during this movie.
No, I didn't. I didn't laugh out loud once, but I was thoroughly amused.
It's a very entertaining movie.
Is it funnier than Palm Springs?
No.
No.
I don't think it's funnier than Palm Springs.
Because you said you didn't laugh at Palm Springs, but you were thoroughly amused.
I would say that this is more my type of movie than Palm Springs was.
Okay.
Guys, tonight we're talking about the 2026 Hulu original, I guess. Mike and Nick and Alice.
And I have yet to say that name correctly. I have not been able to say the title to this movie.
Mick and Nuke and Muck and...
Seriously, I'm like Alice and Nick and Mike, I think.
I do have to keep... I had to type it out multiple times to get it right. But this movie is... If you imagine Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but with a time travel element...
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
Not a buddy cop movie. What's the opposite of that? A buddy... gangster movie.
It's a gangster movie, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. It's just kind of fun and delightful, and the time travel element is really random here.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think when we get there, we'll have some of the more interesting conversations about actual time travel with this movie, I feel like.
I think so.
Oh my God, whatever you're drinking is green.
That's just... I was going to say water, but it does have something in it.
I hope so.
Not alcohol. No, folks, this is going to be my fifth drink of the night here. I had a beer with a movie this afternoon. It's 4 o'clock, watched a movie.
I've been making Brian feel bad about not having alcohol on the podcast.
Yeah, now I'm doing it for you people.
I feel like it's almost required now. Every time we talk, it's almost like we should incorporate alcohol and bourbon and whiskey into the podcast somehow. We need a sponsor.
Some good sponsorships going.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Some kind of
somebody's
sponsor.
making, oh God, who is it? Somebody's making a Rocketeer branded bourbon right now.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Are you fucking kidding me?
There's no time travel in that.
I'm a total mark for that.
Yeah, totally. I wish there was time travel in that movie so we could do it and get a sponsorship.
Now, there's no time travel in Rocketeer, I don't think. In any version of Rocketeer, I don't think there's been any time travel.
None that I've seen. But as we speak about whiskey, the alternate opening to this episode, Brian, had I not gone with my Ally McBeal thing, was his mafia nickname is Bourbon Brian.
Blackout Brian. Yeah, no,
that's actually a little better. Blackout
that would have worked
Brian
out
would have
pretty
been
well.
good, but
That would have been pretty good.
Hey,
the
before-
mafia nicknames in this movie are just.
they're great.
This movie is full of them, and
Yeah.
they're all great.
They're all great. But before we get there, do you have a past, present, or future for us this evening?
I do.
I'm writing this down. This is good stuff. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's go. Oh.
I mentioned in the last episode, coming up at Heroes Con in Charlotte, I'll be doing 3 nights of trivia over the course of that show, in addition to working the annual drink and draw on Friday night, being present and possibly drunk for the listen to me, for the art auction on Saturday, and then we'll do a championship trivia game on Sunday afternoon. So I want to, anybody who's in the Charlotte area or coming to Charlotte for that, be on the lookout for it.
Is it going to live stream? You should live stream it.
That seems like a lot of work. This is already a lot of work. Let me be clear. I'm going to be hosting 6 consecutive days of trivia. But the other convention that I have become associated with this week.
Oh, another.
And by associated, I mean, like, most of the fans out there had an experience that just fucking ruined my Wednesday afternoon.
What are you talking about, Brian?
Tickets for Star Wars Celebration 2027 went on sale.
Okay.
The experience was a dumpster fire.
What are you talking about?
Everybody was randomly assigned a place in an online queue and given an opportunity to buy a maximum, Nate, a maximum of 20 fucking tickets to the event. So guess what happened when old Brian finally got his turn over 3 hours into the queue?
Sold out?
I got a ticket for Thursday and I got a ticket for Sunday. And I'm lucky.
You're going to Los Angeles?
Well, I mean, I already wanted to go to Los Angeles. And now I'll be at Star Wars Celebration 2 days for now. I'm hoping that something miraculous happens and I'll be able to squeeze another day,
man.
possibly 2 out of this. But, like, good God, it was just an absolute clusterfuck.
Are you taking the fam?
Nate, some things I do because I specifically want to enjoy myself.
You get to just go jet set out to L.A. and be a part of Star Wars Celebration? That's pretty
Look,
good.
I made it clear it was happening. I didn't ask for permission.
Okay. Look at that. Master of his own domain here.
Just some things happen, and you got to take the plunge for it.
Yeah, good for you.
And then the next day, I bought Olivia Rodrigo tickets.
Oh,
Because she's coming to Charlotte in October. Much easier experience. So easy to get Olivia Rodrigo ticket.
oh my gosh. That's a lot of future you got coming up.
Yeah.
Sounds like we got to front load some episodes. I do have a past I'll share tonight.
Okay.
There is a YouTube channel that I'm subscribed to that is just really, really funny. It's like a sketch comedy kind of YouTube channel, and it's called Life According to Jimmy. Are you familiar with this channel?
I am now.
You know why I'm bringing it up.
I know
then?
why you're bringing this up.
Yeah.
'Cause yes.
Jimmy Tatro, who is in this movie we watched for tonight, and I was familiar with him from his YouTube channel
Oh, all right.
prior to his success in actual Hollywood. And I'll mention it more. I'm sure we'll talk about his character.
Oh, we got it.
But Life According to Jimmy is actually really funny. So I don't think he's put up any content in probably the last 6 years or whatever, but he used to do some really funny things. And I suggest everybody go check out Life According to Jimmy.
I will do that now because I was not familiar with Jimmy Tatro before. Well, I say I wasn't familiar. When he showed up in this movie, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere.
Have you seen American Vandal?
No. Is that where he's from?
American Vandal is awesome.
Okay.
He is in that. He's not a main character in that, but he's plays this same kind of character, and he's just amazing. And that show is wonderful. It is really, really worth your time.
I don't giggle very often at like promos or trailers for things.
Yeah.
And the trailer for American Vandal made me giggle.
The first season is really, really good. The second
okay.
season is a little not as much, but yeah, oh man, I totally recommend American Vandal. I've seen that one, so maybe that's in my past as well. I recommend Life According to Jimmy and American Vandal. People
Those are
go check this
very,
out.
very timely referrals for this. I think I'm going to check those out because, again, not really knowing who Jimmy Tatro was, boy, I loved him in this.
Yeah, and it's really easy to just go check out that YouTube channel because there's no episode on there that's longer than about 4 minutes, 4.5
Perfect.
minutes.
Sold.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it's good stuff. But let's actually get into the episode then.
I do want to take a moment to recognize that tonight I am drinking, in addition to my colored water, I've got Woodford Reserve, the bourbon of choice of FBI Director Kash Patel.
Is that by design, Brian?
If you guys... No, it wasn't. I just had it in there. If you guys are up to speed on the news this week, then you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, hopefully former head of the FBI.
By the time you're listening,
By the time
maybe
you're listening
former.
to this, maybe.
Yeah. What a dipshit. Anyways.
My bourbon is Bird Dog, but I've got Black Cherry
Ooh.
this time, and mixed, of course, with famously not a doctor.
It's not a doctor.
Famously.
No, a lowercase doctor.
Lowercase Dr. K.
When the D is lowercase, you know that that degree is suspect.
You want to get into this movie?
Sure.
Okay, can you tell me what it's about?
Whoa, wait a minute. Doc, are you trying to tell me that my mother has got the hots for me? Precisely.
Okay, Mike and Nick and Alice just came out in March of this year. It's 2026 release, written and directed by Ben David Grabinski, whose name sounds like the name of those tunneling worm things from Tremors. Remember?
I don't
Graboids!
I love Tremors. That's another perfect movie.
It is. It really is great.
Like when you talk about perfect movies, Tremors is on the list.
Grabinski wrote and directed the 2021 movie Happily that starred Joel McHale and Stephen Root, who appears in this movie as well. And he was a writer and executive producer on the 2023 Netflix series Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, which was the animated Scott Pilgrim series that reunited the entire cast of the live-action movie.
I remember
in their
that
roles.
happening and don't remember it coming out.
Just a blip on the radar. I don't know why it wasn't more of a cultural thing, although
That's
the
crazy.
Scott Pilgrim movie wasn't much of a cultural thing when it came out either. I mean, among a certain subset of the population like me.
Brian O'Malley's comic, though, was
Yeah.
big, and then I remember being like, oh, wow, they're actually making the comic into a cartoon, and then I just never saw it. And it's come and gone?
I don't know why that happened, but I will tell you that the cartoon deviates from the story of the comic and the movie, like hard left turn.
Oh, really?
It is a completely different thing.
Well, why?
I don't know.
Like, the movie is different enough that if you followed the comic, you'd have something. Like, that's
Well,
really
I
strange.
will tell you that what happens in the Scott Pilgrim Takes Off TV show is Patel, the very first evil ex-boyfriend, successfully kills Scott.
Yeah, no wonder it
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere.
And then it's about what happens beyond that.
Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Why do that? That's ridiculous.
It's entertaining.
Is
I will
Brian
say that.
O'Malley related to that
He
at
is.
all?
Yeah, he was involved with it.
Okay, so if that's the case, then maybe he was ready to tell something different and he didn't want to do his same story over again.
I believe that's probably true.
All right, that makes a little more sense rather than taking something and turning it on its head because you're an awesome studio exec.
Right.
You know, if you're like the creator and you're involved and you want to do something different, okay, more power to you. But as long as he was involved, I guess. Anyway, what was the name of this movie?
So this movie stars Vince Vaughn as future Nick, Vince Vaughn as present Nick, James Marsden as Quick Draw Mike, Isa Gonzalez as Alice, Keith David making his second appearance this season
Right.
as the crime boss Sosa, Jimmy Tatro as Jimmy Boy, and surprise appearance for me anyway, Ben Schwartz as Simon with a Y.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't know Ben Schwartz was in this movie.
Yeah.
Love Ben Schwartz. Interesting enough, Ben Schwartz, James Marsden have no screen time together, but it's kind of a Sonic the Hedgehog reunion.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. After spending his professional life as a killer for hire, Quick Draw Mike wants out. Conspiring with his girlfriend Alice to leave the criminal underworld behind, Mike's plans are put on a brief hold when his loan shark criminal buddy Nick asks for help with a small situation that should only take a night to complete. Relieved that Nick isn't there to kill him for 1, getting out of the criminal life, or 2, sleeping with Nick's wife, the aforementioned Alice, Mike agrees, provided he doesn't have to kill anyone. Roughing up is okay, though. Nick promises things are going to get a bit weird, and they quickly do, as Mike is tasked with rendering a mystery person inside Nick's house unconscious, only to find that the person in question is Nick. Specifically, the present-day version of Nick, one who implicated Mike as the snitch that sent crime boss Sosa's son, Jimmy Boy, up the river. Jimmy Boy is celebrating his release from prison tonight, and part of Sosa's welcome home present is Mike's head on a platter. Which is why Nick, the other Nick, has come back in time 6 months after discovering a device built by Alice's science whiz friend Simon, with a Y. Racked with guilt over his role in Mike's death, future Nick hopes to alter the course of the night with the help of Mike, Alice, and present Nick, and a practical effects expert named Chet, which we'll get to, I'm sure. Together, they'll try to outrun Sosa's enforcers, including the ruthless and ravenous Baron, a cannibal assassin who ate Mike alive in the original timeline. Really fucking comes out of nowhere. But Nick inadvertently destroyed Simon, the lab, and the time machine when he arrived in the past, giving the team only 1 shot at setting things right.
Yeah. Like I said, I couldn't get the title of this movie correct. Every time I tried to tell anybody what I was watching, but outside of what I would consider a poor title, pretty good movie.
I think the title's actually, once you get it...
What is it
the
again?
Title's Mike and Nick and Nick and Alice.
Mike and Nick and Nick and Alice.
And I think having that title and the promotional image of
with the gun,
Marsden and Isaac Gonzalez, and then the 2 Vince Vaughns, with the gun kind of forming the letters in the name.
In the name, yeah.
I'm like, that's a really good kind of image for this. There's 2 of him.
Yeah.
How is there 2 of him? Obviously, this is a gangster shoot 'em up kind of thing.
Right.
Like, it tells me everything I need to know going into it. And
probably not everything you need to know.
Well, certainly not.
Yeah.
Because, again, it opens with Ben Schwartz in a lab. And I was like, wait, what? Ben Schwartz is in this?
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy from Parks and Rec, right?
Tommy T, you just missed the craziest of crazies. Clubs, girls, dancing, naked, mom, argument, police, fleeing the scene, hiding in a dumpster, coming here, crashing on your couch for a week because technically I'm homeless. Hey, Mustache, I'm gonna hit the couch. You know where I be.
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I started playing this movie, I'll be honest, I was watching it because I had to watch it for the podcast. It didn't take 15 seconds, him singing and rolling around in his lab. I was immediately riveted by that scene.
Yes.
I was so into that right away. And spoilers, of course, as always. But when he was killed, before the credits of the movie actually come up,
yeah,
I was like ready to miss that character that I didn't even know.
No, you're absolutely right.
It was crazy.
Schwartz, he acts effortlessly. It's so much fun. It's edited really well. And the song that they chose to have him sing along to.
Why should I worry? Why should I care? I may not have a dime, but what do I got? I got street savoir-faire. Why should I worry?
Billy Joel's Street Savoir-Faire from the Disney film Oliver and Company.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that just put it in a league of its own for me. Like,
yeah.
to just toss this song in there. Because as soon as it starts, I'm like, using a song from Oliver and Company?
Look, even I noticed the needle drops in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
pretty
really
pronounced.
good. They're really
but
good.
But they're really, really good needle drops all the way through.
All the way through, and
And it's on a tape marked Science Jams with a Z, I should point out.
That's cool too, yeah. Which made you kind of feel like it was going to be set in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they were really setting the time frame of the movie, but he's just, I guess, just got old tech because it's not the 80s, right?
No, he just loves this old school kind of stuff.
Old school stuff. Yeah, I don't like the character he plays in Parks and Rec.
Okay, that's fair.
He's supposed to be annoying, but he's
pretty
annoying. I do like that he's Tom's friend. That's what I find funny.
Yeah.
But I don't like it when he's on screen. Like, it's really like he would just annoy the piss out of me.
Sure.
But that's not what he's doing in this movie at all. And granted, he really only has this opening scene. He's got some flashback stuff later on. But, I mean, he's a bit player in the movie. And he just knocks this first scene out of the park. So when he does, in fact, die, I was just like, man, I can't believe we're not going to see this guy again. Of course, it's time travel. So I thought, well, surely we'll see him again. But, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It is a great opening scene. One other thing, because we won't talk about Ben Schwartz too much, but I do want to point out, if you've never seen The Earliest Show,
no,
which was like a mock early show that he did with Lauren Lapkus about 10 years ago, and they're doing another season of it now.
Oh, okay.
Highly recommend. Absolutely highly recommend. He's funny in it. She's delightful in it.
Okay.
The premise of the show is that he, on this early morning kind of variety show, brought his girlfriend on to propose to her, and she rejected his proposal. And every episode is him going through a stage of grief on the other end of that. It's really, really fun. And there's guest stars, and it's just them putting on a normal show, except he's dealing with all this existential kind of crisis stuff.
Okay.
Really, really good. Anyway, I love Ben Schwartz. And that opening scene in this movie, yeah, I agree. Terrific stuff. Early in the movie, as the credits are going by, did you catch who the music is done by in this movie?
No.
A man named Joseph Trapanese, which felt very racist.
Trapanese.
Trapanese feels racist, right? Like, I'm not
Weird.
That can't be his real name. And if it isn't his real name, it's racist.
Well, I'll tell you, this movie did have another production company in front of it that I'd never heard of. Does everybody in Hollywood have a production company?
Yeah, there were multiple production companies in front of this that I hadn't heard of. The movie I watched today at the movie theater, one of the production companies was Spooky Films. And I'm like, really? Nobody's used that one yet?
Oh, they're giving up.
Yeah.
What movie was that?
It was called Hokum.
Okay.
Had another Parks and Rec guy in it.
Oh, no kidding.
It's an Adam Scott movie, yeah.
It didn't quite make your past, present, or future, so I didn't think it was worth it.
It didn't. No, it was just all right.
That would be your present. Okay.
It was just all right. But I didn't make the Parks and Rec connection, or else I probably would have brought it up earlier.
Yeah. Anyway.
The production studio.
That's all I had for it. I don't even remember what it was. I just remember seeing another logo and thinking, like, back in the day, there was like four big studios. You had Miramax and you had Universal and
TriStar with the horse in the clouds.
If you go way back, you had Canon.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know. I don't recognize any of these low rent production companies. But this is not a low rent movie.
Not at all.
And Vince Vaughn, I think, is an actor that doesn't get enough credit, personally.
I think he's a human that doesn't get enough credit, because not only is he a pretty good actor, but he's also one of the schlubbiest A-list actors we've got. Like, you look at this guy, and the margin for, like, successful actor and, like, McDonald's manager are blurred. You know what I mean? Like, I look at this guy and I'm like...
Is he an A-lister?
I mean,
I'd say he was an A-lister.
He was definitely an A-lister at one point.
Yeah.
Is he still an A-lister? I mean, he was in Wedding Crashers, for God's sake.
Yeah, that was
in a movie
a
with Jennifer
time.
Aniston. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Swingers.
Can I throw something on you, see if it feels good?
Sure.
Okay, this is what I would do. I would start with a joke. Joke. Vince Vaughn quote. Obviously.
Swingers or Crashers?
Fred Claus.
Swingers. And Jon Favreau is in that movie. Jon Favreau's now, like, you know, making The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Vince Vaughn, I feel like he doesn't get respect as an actor.
That's probably fair.
And I I think it's undue. I usually like the things that he's in. He's got a shtick, but the same way Owen Wilson does, the same way...
Which is why Wedding Crashers works as well.
Well, right, they work well
the
together.
Two of them.
But there are a lot of... Like Adam Scott's another one. Of course, I haven't seen his Apple series or whatever, but there are actors that just
Adam Scott is a douche in Hokum. I will tell you that. Absolute fucking asshole.
But there are these types of actors that just kind of have a niche that they fit into. Fighting with My Family.
Yes, yeah.
He's really good
Florence
in that.
Pugh and The Rock, that one?
Yes, The Rock is in it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's really good in that movie, but it's his line delivery that's so similar, regardless of the type of character that he's playing.
Yeah.
A lot of straight-laced sarcasm that, you know, I think once you've seen it, maybe you get tired of it, and that's why he doesn't get the credit that he deserves, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, but I also think there's a degree to which there's variations of that, but they're really, really nuanced, and I think this movie... maybe more than most Vince Vaughn movies lets that shine a little bit, because he's playing two versions of the same character.
Right.
One with the benefit of hindsight and having grown a bit emotionally. And there's a big difference between those two characters in this movie. It doesn't come across as two of the same person. It's only a 6-month progression, but one of them feels a lot less developed as a human than the other. He pulls it off really, really well.
Yeah, he has to, because it's the theme of the movie.
Right.
All of the movie comes from this character's growth. Over that one night, he has to teach himself all of the things that he's learned in 6 months, morally speaking, not chronologically speaking. But yeah, I mean, it's a movie about regret and second chances and,
forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yeah. And I think if that doesn't get lost on you and you don't just get roped into the hijinks of gangster shoot 'em up action movie,
which is possible,
which is very possible,
very possible.
It's very easy to look past what they're trying to make a theme for this movie, and that's just a testament to his ability to play those two roles. But it makes the movie something worth watching, as opposed to just a bunch of like interesting stuff on the screen.
Sure.
You know, like you need to have at the end, what was the story? Like, what was this really about? And it's about, penance and regret and doing something about it.
It's about making a mistake and recognizing that mistake and trying your best to fix it. And it's deeper than that because, if you want to dig down as far as you can emotionally here, it's the fact that Alice is with child, right?
Yeah.
And that became kind of the last straw for future Nick.
Right.
I know I did the wrong thing this night, and now this is happening as a result of me doing the wrong thing. This kid is going to grow up without a dad.
Yeah, he learned that several days after, but he did have immediate regret. And I guess what we're talking about, I don't know if it's even been divulged to anybody that hasn't watched it, but Nick is
the husband of Alice, who is having an affair with Quick Draw Mike, which is producing a child.
Right. Mike
has been targeted for death, and in the original timeline, he is killed by a cannibal assassin and then eaten. I want to stress that he was eaten.
Yeah.
And then Nick carried around that guilt for 6 months.
Because Nick set him up.
Nick is the only person privy to the actual rat, like the identity of the actual person who was betraying Sosa and betrayed Jimmy Boy and got him sent to prison.
Right.
Jackie Napalm. Jackie Napalm was the guy that confessed as he died that he was the one that had betrayed Sosa, but there's no one really to confirm that. And Nick, knowing that Mike was involved with Alice, set him up to take the fall. And then 6 months later, when Nick has the opportunity to travel backwards in time, he thinks, I can set all of this right and amend
for his big mistake.
But atone for my sins.
But, Alice being pregnant isn't the reason for his regret. It's just kind of the, like you mentioned, last straw. I think they point out the fact that the very moment it happened, that night, he did feel instant regret.
Yes.
And that comes back to play in the movie as we go scene by scene later.
Yeah,
but
he knows it, and he can use that to his advantage.
And he uses it to his advantage, yeah. I think what I want to get to, and this spoilers jumping straight to the end, but all of these themes and feelings that the main character is having are really fulfilled by the fact that he dies at the end.
Yeah.
If he doesn't die at the end, the movie is a lot of fluff. Because as we go into that last act, it's basically our crew against the world. Our crew at this point being Nick, Mike, and Alice. And they're against a whole building full of gangsters. And the last act is just a big shoot 'em up. And it could just end that way and they could just win, like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith situation, where they kill all the bad guys and that's it. But there's a real loss at the end that makes the character change and redemption worth it. So
yes,
I feel like there's a real thread in there, and it's, you know, it's not the deepest movie in the world. We're not talking about Shawshank Redemption or something.
Right, but there's substance here.
But there's substance that makes the rest of it acceptable.
It was a nice rebound from the last movie we watched in that regard.
You mean the Nate pick?
Yeah.
What is that thing where it's like, oh, it's a Gene pick? Oh, that was Seinfeld. Was it Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Where she would go to the video store and choose the right movies that were picked by the employees at the video store. Oh, yeah. That's a Gene pick. It's a Nate pick.
I don't want to just drop the Nick development stuff there, but maybe we can kind of go back and talk a little bit about Nick through the lens of Mike, who doesn't really know what's going on at the outset.
At the outset, sure.
He knows he wants to get out, and him and Alice are planning on leaving together.
Yeah.
And so when Nick shows up at Mike's hotel room, it's like a 4-alarm fire. Oh God, he's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me.
Right.
And he's really shocked when Nick doesn't kill him, but instead invites him on this little excursion. And Mike, throughout the process, is really cagey about things like his cell phone and, you know, who he's texting, and because it's
his wife.
It's Alice.
Alice is Nick's wife.
What did you think of the moment? Well, first of all, okay, the chloroform gag is fucking incredible.
Who's this?
It's chloroform.
Chlor what?
You don't know what chloroform is?
Should I know what chloroform is?
You're going to ring the doorbell. Somebody's going to answer the door. Before they can get out a single word, you take that rag that's soaked in that shit and you cover their nose and their mouth.
Oh, that's chloroform. That's chloroform? You could have just said the wet rag thing. It made it easier. I don't know the technical term for it.
Okay, fine. Great. Do what you call the wet rag thing.
How long does this take?
The wet rag thing will take about 10 seconds.
What?
If you're a time travel aficionado, you kind of have it figured out. But no matter what you see behind the door, do the chloroform thing. And he's got a bottle of chloroform in the glove box of his car.
Yeah. There's so many moments like that in here where it's like the sort of expectations you have about the capabilities of on-screen mobsters are just like flipped on their heads.
And the best thing about that gag is that it comes all the way back around because the chloroform doesn't work 100%. So
right.
Initially we thought...
There's an expiration date.
It had expired. He's like, chloroform doesn't expire. Does chloroform expire?
I guess, I don't know. I trust the movie.
We're trusting Nick and Alice and Mike in the movie.
Yes. Yeah. But of course, Nick is the person at the door, and immediately the rag goes to the face. But what ensues is this huge brawl.
Yeah, right.
Across the house. This is the first big fight of the movie, of several kind of big fight scenes.
Yeah.
The fight scenes in this movie are great.
Yeah.
This scene where it's just James Marsden and Vince Vaughn throwing each other around this house is really good. The ensuing scene where future Nick has to come in and they have to hang all the stuff back up and put all the... It's
after
like,
the house has been destroyed, they have to make it presentable again.
You can't ruin the house. Sosa's going to be here in 2 minutes.
Right.
And there's even like where they hang that picture back up, you can still see the holes in the wall like right on the edges. But between this fight and then the big shootout fight
shootout
at the end. Like,
There's the one in the grocery mart too. There's the one at the gas station.
That is so good.
That's a good one.
The gas station shootout is awesome. It's
Yeah.
just beating the shit out of each other with just found objects in a convenience store.
And they do that in the house too. It seems like every fight, I don't know who the fight choreographer is in this movie, but he has a real love for beating people over the head with things.
Oh, for sure.
With like scenery. Like, what can I use in the scenery to hit my opponent with?
I made the mention that it was kind of like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. What this movie is a little bit more like is Grosse Pointe Blank.
Okay, yeah, there's some of that here.
It's a little bit wackier, you know?
Yeah.
There's also a gas station fight in Grosse Pointe Blank, but...
Like, early on, it almost felt tiresome that they just kept hitting each other with things that were available to them. But the fact that it never knocked anybody out completely, I was kind of like... It's the opposite of what you usually feel, which is like, how many times, if you get hit over the head with a vase of flowers, that knocks everybody out.
Right.
Like, that's just, like, movie speak for you're knocked out.
Yeah, right.
You know? And this one, everybody gets something to the face, including a fire extinguisher to the head.
Yep.
And it doesn't lay them out, you know?
And they just keep kind of going.
Yeah.
Until they kind of don't anymore. That's what makes the final fight so funny, with, like, Jimmy Boy jumping through that window, and he doesn't quite fucking make it.
Oh, he makes it. For a little bit.
A little bit. He makes it a little bit. The ongoing, like, just this perpetual slowdown of all of these people as they fight more and more and more.
Right.
I really did love that gas station fight. That was really, really great. But, you know, I think early on, it feels like what they're trying to do is completely take past or present Nick off the table. But what they're really trying to do is enlist him to help.
Yeah, I think ultimately that's what they wanted to do, right?
Which was kind of an interesting direction for this to go in, and I feel like it was kind of going back to what you said a second ago. The reason you do that is because future Nick recognizes that if he changes the sequence of events in the day, past Nick still has to come to these sort of realizations he came to some way, whether it's manufactured or it's happening naturally based on the original timeline. Right?
Yeah, because the day is completely different.
Almost immediately.
Almost immediately, an entirely different trajectory. You got to give future Nick some credit for recognizing that kind of need for change.
He really recognizes it too.
Yeah.
He gets Chet to set up that entire fucking staged event.
He's an amazingly adept time traveler for somebody that just kind of stumbled into it.
Yeah, but he also seems to be a little bit more media literate than some of the other people in the movie, although...
because he knows what Doctor Who is.
Because he knows what Doctor Who is, although there are two scenes in this movie, one in particular, where characters have at least a 3-minute long argument about Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yeah. I wish I knew anything about it.
You watch Gilmore Girls?
Well, I mean, I watch it when she's watching. I mean, I watch it when it's on. We love it.
Why do you hate Jess? I mean, I think he's okay, but he's not.
Wait, you watch Gilmore Girls?
Yeah. Yeah, Jess is fine. He's a cute guy, but he's wrong for Rory.
Totally wrong.
And I never said he was the worst boyfriend. The worst boyfriend is obviously Dean.
Dean?
Yeah.
Logan is the worst boyfriend.
Logan's the best boyfriend on the show.
Logan? What the fuck, Mike?
Is that controversial?
Rory is the worst when she's with him. I mean, he's a terrible influence on her.
I think they're good for each other. They have a lot in common. I think they're both spoiled.
Rory's not spoiled.
Thank you.
Her grandparents paid for Chilton.
Okay. Richard Gilmore worked super hard for his money, and he wants to spend it on
Isn't that incredible? Like, I was just like, I can't believe I'm watching this in a movie. Like, all of these characters shooting back and forth about Gilmore Girls, and Alice being like, you watched Gilmore Girls? And Mike's, it's like saying like, yeah, I found out it was your favorite show, so I watched the whole thing. She's like, she watched the whole thing in 2 weeks? He's like, yeah, I watched the whole thing in 2 weeks.
170 episodes. That's not even possible. Oh, it's possible. Yeah. Did you watch Gilmore Girls?
I have watched enough of it.
I saw like an episode or two of the reboot.
Which they didn't like in this movie.
Yeah, which apparently they didn't like. Like, I didn't have a fondness for that the way I did Ally McBeal.
Sure.
So I wasn't able to, like, really relate to those scenes, but I'm familiar enough with what Gilmore Girls is to get that it's kind of a joke and sort of fun.
Yeah, it's just an amazing exchange. I was just like, how is this happening in a movie?
What I like about it is it's clear that whoever wrote it knew all of those things. And it's clear that all of those characters definitely have seen this thing because they're not talking to you with any kind of context whatsoever.
No.
Like, you just have to know. And if you know, you know. And if you don't know, like me, you know that they know.
But
and
they're
you just
speaking with such
it.
conviction.
Yeah, right.
And such intensity.
Yeah, no.
That it's funny, even if you don't, like, if you just
is.
know that Gilmore Girls is a show about, like, a single mom and her daughter.
Yeah.
If that's all you know, you can still enjoy that exchange a lot, because it just seems like, wait, all of these people, all of these heavy hitter mobster types are sitting around, like, watching Gilmore Girls. And...
Yeah, exactly. That's the start of the joke, is that any of these people would be interested at all in watching a show called Gilmore Girls about small town American single mom or whatever.
But again, Nick is very media savvy. One of my favorite just throwaway gags in the movie is when they're following present Nick to the convenience store, and they're sitting out in the car, and the cops show up.
Uh-huh.
And Sam, this cop that he knows that he's kind of involved with,
or he will become involved with later.
Steps out.
Talk about fucking luck.
What?
That's Samantha Shearer. We're fine.
Who, the cop? You know her?
Yeah, it's Christina Aguilera featuring Redman.
Yeah.
Dirty.
Oh. That's a good tune.
Like, oh, that's a good tune.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You hear just a bunch of little lines like that.
You know what the throwaway gag I like is, and this is a little bit of a deviation, but right after that fight scene in Nick's house, Sosa, the big gangster boss guy, shows up at Nick's house, as he's expected to do. And he's coming to tell Nick that he knows who the rat is and that it's Mike, etc., etc. But he just goes to the bathroom and he's taking a piss and he's talking through the bathroom door, telling Nick that he's hired a killer and all, you know, what's going on. And he's...
You know, I've been suspecting that we got a rat in our midst. Well, I got a name. I talked to our guy in the department. The guy with the leg?
Yeah, you know who it is?
Indeed I do.
He's like, the guy with the leg? And, like, that's it. Like, that was... His reference was the guy with the leg. Like, we don't know who that is, but we all know somebody that's the guy with the leg.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you just know somebody that's that guy. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the guy with the bag that comes for lunch, or you know what I mean?
They talk so just like casually about all of this stuff.
Yeah, he's the guy with the leg.
That's also, you know, one of the great things about this movie is all of these guys are just buddies and friends, and they're all like Jackie Napalm and Dumbass Tony.
Dumbass Tony, yeah.
Roid Rage Ryan, and like all these guys.
Brian Bourbon.
Or
Bourbon Brian.
And when you meet Dumbass Tony, he's just a complete fucking dumbass.
And Jimmy Tatro is so good with him.
Dumbass Tony, you stupid fuck.
Oh, Jimmy boy, you son of a bitch.
Oh, damn.
How's your dick?
My what?
You know how they say that 22 to 29 are the best years of your life, right? You can stay up all night partying until the sun comes up. But the best part about being that age, my dude, your dick still works.
Are you saying yours doesn't?
Well, it starts out hard. I don't want to get into the details, but...
Is this going somewhere?
The thing is, getting pinched, doing time, my bro, that is not a tragedy. That's fine. It's when you got pinched. Yeah. They robbed you of your best dick years, my dude.
Why the fuck would I want to hear this depressing shit right now?
Just making conversation.
Let me tell you something, dumbass Tony.
Yeah?
You're a fucking dumbass.
Like, why do I fucking want to know this now? Like, why are you...
Right.
It's like, I'm just making conversation.
gives him a complex for the entire remainder of the movie. It's like an entire subplot.
He like gives him impotence.
My favorite
Jimmy Tatro is so good.
My favorite dumbass Tony moment is at the end when the dirty cop Sam is stashing guns and grenades all over the interior of the house.
Yeah.
And like nobody is thinking twice about it.
Yeah, nobody's paying any attention
Nobody's
to her.
paying any attention. She's stashing them everywhere and nobody is paying attention. And then she's in the kitchen putting like grenades in the fridge.
In the refrigerator.
And dumbass Tony's like,
Oh. I put grenades in my fridge too. Don't want anybody getting there. Yeah.
oh, grenades in the refrigerator. Yeah, I do that sometimes.
That's where I keep it. Yeah, that's where I do.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's great.
Man, so good. But yeah, we could talk about Jimmy Tatro here because good God.
He steals every scene that he's in.
Like he is such a rote hip-hop gangster figure, but he's just a complete fucking idiot.
Jimmy Tatro, he's also was in that sitcom with Topher Grace. He played Topher Grace's brother-in-law, and he was like super successful, and Topher Grace was a writer.
I don't know what this show is.
You serious? The ABC show I've been on for like 2 seasons?
Oh, bro. Home economics.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's my shit.
You been watching it?
Yes. That's my shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. I love that show.
Really?
I've seen it all the time.
It got a couple of seasons. But either way, he also had some of his own creator-owned stuff, like I said, online.
It's hard to explain without seeing him, but he's got the perfect face and the perfect voice for precisely everything he does here.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
It's this bro image that he has.
It is just this over-the-top bro image. And we go through most of the movie not understanding how Keith David's character is in any way
dad.
related to Jimmy Boy, and not being able to
outside of
square that circle at
adoption
all.
being one is Keith David being an African American.
Right, you
Jimmy
find out
Tatro, for anybody that doesn't know, is a white dude.
Yeah. Jimmy Boy was a dumpster baby. That whole scene is like hilarious because he really fixates on rats crawling all over him.
Yeah. It's like, I'm a dumpster baby.
They're constantly going back and forth. There was that thing where it's like, hey, Jimmy Boy, you want a surprise? Does Pooh Bear love honey? Who the fuck is Pooh Bear? The two of them have exchanges like this the whole time.
Jimmy Boy, how you liking the festivities?
Does Pooh Bear love honey?
Who?
Pooh Bear. Does he love honey?
Who the fuck is Pooh Bear?
You know the cartoon? You never seen the Tigger movie?
Does he like honey?
He likes honey.
Oh, good.
And I love the party.
Good.
And then Keith David comes back with him about, hey, my present to you is that the guy that ratted you out and sent you to prison is getting his comeuppance. And he's like, and Jimmy doesn't know what comeuppance are.
A surprise at the end of the night. Someone who wronged you is going to get their well-deserved comeuppance.
Their what?
Comeuppance?
Fuck yeah, I love comeuppance, Dad. One of my favorite things. I gotta be honest, I don't know what comeuppance is, but it sounds dope.
I don't know cartoons, you don't know big words. Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, I love comeuppance. Man, that's great. Look, I gotta be honest, I don't know what comeuppance is.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of the thing he does. And like I said, go back and watch American Vandal. He's great in that. It's this type of character, but in high school and dialed down in a more like sort of realistic fashion. Definitely bro mentality. And like, I don't think I would normally dig on that too much, except that Life According to Jimmy, which was in my past, present, or future, he writes all of those skits. And he's like a genuinely funny person.
Yeah.
So it's like when we were talking about how whoever the girl played Jayla in 57 Seconds, and we were talking about how Tessa Thompson could take that role and kind of maybe elevate it to usable material. I feel like Jimmy Tatro is not reading the words on the page. Yeah, he's probably taking the ideas on the page and using his character to speak them.
Turning him into something. Yeah.
You know, like, not to say that this is poorly written the way 57 Seconds was. It's definitely not. Very creative screenplay and very creative story and clever and sharp where it needs to be. But I think you can tell when it's like, okay, well, the joke in this scene is that you're concerned your dick doesn't work.
Yeah.
And, like, don't get so caught up in what the words are that are on the page. Take the essence of your character and get angry about the fact that your dick might not work because you've been in prison for 6 years.
Yeah, I think especially with the people on the mobster end of things.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
These are a bunch of legitimately funny people that had a really good time playing off of each other.
Yeah.
Again, Keith David, the conversation about the dumpster.
Come on, Dad. I know I'm adopted. I'm not stupid.
Well, that's the thing. We didn't adopt you.
You didn't?
You know what a foundling is?
Like a duck?
Now look, one night I was walking downtown and I heard this faint sound coming from an alley. And there in the dark, I saw a beautiful baby boy right there under the dumpster.
I was in a fucking dumpster?
No. Under the dumpster, son. Under the dumpster. Listen, when I saw you there, defenseless and alone, near all the trash and rats.
There's rats on you?
But listen, I shooed them away. And anyway.
No. Under the dumpster, son.
Yeah, right. Right.
When Sosa gives him the first part of his welcome home gift, and it's that kind of gold shotgun.
Yeah, it's a pump action rifle.
Yeah. And Jimmy Boy looks at it and he's like, what's the JB stand for?
Yeah, right. I wonder, like, that kind of thing, I wonder if it's like ad-libbed or something, you know?
It
like,
could be.
What's JB?
And then there's another line, because I made a note of this, where Sosa says,
there's been a rat in our midst for a long time.
Like a snitch, or the kind that was trying to eat me as a baby?
Wasn't trying to eat you. He was just nearby. Fuck.
Okay.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, sorry.
Oh, man. The dumpster rat thing, so great in the last third of this movie. But that's all to say, yeah, you're right. Jimmy Tatro really steals every scene he's in, including the scenes with Keith David.
Right.
Which I can't imagine it's easy to steal.
Yeah.
Because he's great in this, too. He's having a blast.
Too. Yeah, he's having fun. I think another character that steals scenes, the gas station attendant at the convenience store, is fucking awesome. I've seen stupid stoner characters before. A stupid stoner high school kid that works at the gas station and but this guy somehow doing it differently, that it's just really funny.
It is really good. And playing against two versions of Vince Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm sure that helps. But like at the same time, he walks right up on the cusp of this person could exist.
Yes.
As opposed to like that next step is like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob.
Right, where it's a cartoon character.
Yeah, right, exactly. It won't work anymore. But like he like walks right up to that edge. You know, he still has self-preservation about the guy having pulled a gun on him. And he's
right.
You know? And just that whole scene is great from beginning to end. Nick goes in wanting sugar-free gum. That's the gag.
He wants sugar-free candy.
He wants sugar-free candy. And the gas station attendant is trying to convince him that there's no such thing as sugar-free candy. The whole fucking point of candy is sugar.
Which, to be fair.
Yeah, like it's a good argument, and they start getting in a fight about it, but it is so sharp. It's more good writing delivered by great actors in bit roles.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. I was gonna try some sugar-free candy.
Candy is sugar.
Well, you heard of like a vegetarian hot dog.
Yeah.
There's no meat, but looks.
Right.
But it tastes So like that, but for candy.
I have cookies that have sugar in them, and you can get 4 of them for the price of 2 of them.
No, I'm not interested in getting upsold on cookies. I'm interested in the candy, right? But it doesn't have sugar.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, I think. You're looking for a candy bar that doesn't exist.
Okay, I don't know how else to say it to you, bro, but the sugar-free candy exists.
Well, bro. Oh, would you look at that? Looks like we're all out of stock of fairy tale fucking made-up candy bars, you fucking moron. Can I help you with anything we have?
You know, I've had a very bad night tonight.
Okay, this feels like a bit of an overreaction. Oh, I gotta stop drinking while I'm on edibles, man.
What?
You're behind you, dude.
Yeah, that's really, really great. There are a couple other characters who only appear in one scene that are really, really noteworthy, and the first of them is Chet.
Yeah, and Stephen Root.
Played by Stephen Root, who 100% you believe would be a cannibal assassin when he shows up in this movie.
Yeah, right.
This character, the Baron, is teased throughout the movie as somebody that Sosa has set after Mike. No one knows what the Baron looks like. Nobody ever lives to talk about it.
Right. The secret assassin.
He eats his victims. Just a horrible, threatening figure. You never see him, and then all of a sudden he's at this door, and it's Stephen Root from Office Space.
Yeah, which is exactly the kind of joke this movie has been telling the whole time.
Exactly.
Like these types of jokes of subversion of expectation. Like, of course Stephen Root's going to be the assassin.
He comes walking in jean shorts.
Jean shorts and like flip up sunglasses or something. And just you 100% buy the fact that he's the serial killer, because that in and of itself is a joke and a funny one. And it would be fine if he were.
Very effective. Very effective.
But they pull the rug out from under you.
Yeah. And it's all just a lesson. It's all just a lesson to teach past Nick. Present Nick. That he doesn't actually want Mike to die.
Exactly. So Chet comes in pretending to be the assassin and kills him right there in front of it. But it's all a ruse because he's an expert in squibs and practical effects or whatever.
Yeah, he's a practical effects whiz.
Yeah.
That Nick met at like a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that was fun.
Fuck.
Oh, man, you were right. It went exactly as you expected.
I was right.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I'm Chet. I work in props, special effects. I do squibs and blanks, that sort of thing. We meet a few months from now.
I take it you're from the future.
No, I'm from this afternoon.
You expect him to actually be the killer because you expect that to be the joke.
Yes. I love right before he comes over when they were trying to prep, and you find out that Nick has this sort of like secret apartment.
A fucked in?
Yeah, a fucked in love shack.
Love shack.
And he's got a cat there named Kingpin.
Right.
And so they're like, I feel like we should put Kingpin in the closet.
I feel like I should put Kingpin in the closet.
The Baron eats people. He's not Alf.
Another really nice pop culture reference from Nick in this movie.
Yeah. That is a good one, too. We can't lose the fact that the actual Baron is Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren shows up to say nothing in this movie.
Never, ever thought. And he walks in and I'm like, holy shit, it's Dolph Lundgren.
Of course it's Dolph Lundgren. Who else is it going to be? And this is round 2 with the Baron. Of course, the first time was a ruse with Stephen Root's character, who then leaves. He's only got that one scene and then he's gone.
He's out.
Yeah, just in and out. Regardless, it's not like a situation where he was there for a day because you couldn't afford him.
Right.
It's the difference between Danny Trejo and Tim Travers, where you're just like lucky to get him and have him for what you have. Morgan Freeman in 57 Seconds, where he's going to show up for a little while and get his paycheck and go.
Yes, this was a character written for Stephen Root to come in for a day and do this role.
And do this role.
Dolph Lundgren to come in and do this role. Yeah.
Right. It's like a one-off for them, but at the same time, it's like, you appreciate that they're in this movie, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, Dolph Lundgren, I don't know if he even says a word. Does he have a line?
He does. He has like 2 lines, and then he gets a hole blown
Before he
through
gets
his
a
head.
hole sent through his head, yeah.
And we get another pretty good shootout scene.
Yeah, right. 2 cronies that are armed with machine guns.
That are
and
out
they
in
just
the- out in
start
the hall
gunning
and-
up the place.
And our heroes don't necessarily even know they're there, right?
I think they knew.
I don't know. I think they were caught a little off guard because those 2 guys come up and start shooting up the room.
Yeah.
They stop in the hallway before the turn into the apartment, so you can't look through the peephole and see them out there.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that they didn't just get mowed down, though, because they're shooting bullets through the wall.
I mean, yeah, really nobody should have lived through that.
No, exactly. And then they throw a grenade out into the hallway and blow up the whole floor. I mean, this movie gets over the top with the explosions and the gunfighting and stuff like that.
It's all in good fun.
But yeah, right, in a way that's really fun, for sure.
What do you think of Isa Gonzalez's character, Alice?
I mean, she doesn't get a lot of laughs. She gets the one laugh, I think, when she tests the theory that killing...
stabs him in the leg? That's a really important part, too.
Yeah, it is.
you
It's
know?
big, yeah, but it's not really character-driven, but it's story-driven. She stabs Present Nick in the leg to see if a scar forms on future Nick.
Yeah.
In the way that they do in Time Cop and Looper. She's testing it so that she knows whether she can kill Present Nick.
Yeah, yeah. And it does pay off.
It pays off huge. It pays off huge. Yeah, so it's a really important scene, and it's one that she gets. But as far as her specifically, I mean, I don't know. You have...
Well, I think she does get a couple of laughs.
Okay.
One of them being the moment when she sees both Nicks for the first time and just takes it completely in stride. Oh, so there's 2 Nicks.
Yeah, see, to me, that's a Mike laugh, though.
Yeah.
I find that funny from
because
Mike.
he's the one expecting like a complete emotional breakdown from her.
Yeah, right. He's like, I'm going to admit, I was really expecting you to kind of freak out here.
That's
I'm
fair.
a little
but then-
disappointed.
But she's like, which one of you is from the future, you know?
Yeah.
But then Present Nick goes on to say, so Simon built a time machine and it works?
Simon with a Y built a time machine. Yep. And it works. Yeah, obviously. I thought you were a clone.
Well, clones aren't real, dummy.
All right. And time machines are super grounded in reality.
So, yeah, like, you know, she's got some moments, I think. I think she's just a good presence, and I think she can kind of hold her own with everything that's going on.
Oh, yeah, she certainly holds her own. I just, like, she's important to the story, but I don't know that her character doesn't necessarily develop all that much. But she can't not be there.
As the Knicks die in the back seat.
I mean, okay.
What a great scene that is.
It is a good scene.
Amazingly effective scene. If we want to talk about Vince Vaughn and his nuanced performance in this movie, on the one hand, driver's side back seat, you've got Present Nick bleeding out.
They're rushing him to the hospital.
They're trying to keep him alive by singing along to Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis.
So it's not a revolution from my bed.
Said the brains I had went to my head. Step outside, summertime's ending. We go. Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face. 'Cause you ain't ever gonna burn my heart out. All right, Nick, let me hear you.
So Sally can wait. She knows it's too late. Why we're walking on by.
Another great needle drop.
Yeah, another great needle drop. And then beside him in the passenger back seat, you've got future Nick, who is in his eyes, in his expression, grappling with mortality.
Yeah.
Like he knows his demise is imminent because there's a scar on his leg from where Present Nick got stabbed earlier, you know?
Yeah.
And then eventually he just disappears. And you don't even know when it happened. It's just eventually you get a shot of the back seat and he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know? What a great scene.
Yeah, it's really good because it, like I said earlier, gives weight to present Nick in a way that makes his death a sacrifice, but it also shows that the death of present Nick is an earned death, earned by future Nick. He was clearly there to fix things, set things right, make amends, even if it meant dying. And there was, I feel like, an acceptance there. Clearly he didn't want to die necessarily. They were running to the hospital. It's just sort of a moment of acceptance that I've made this choice. I made this choice to come back and do this thing.
Yeah.
And okay, this is the way it's going to be.
And it's all conveyed through his face.
Yeah. Because
Like-
Vince Vaughn's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you ever doubted it, that scene is the one to watch.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. This movie didn't need that level of acting.
No, I would say it does.
I mean, like, I
It
think
does
it's
need that
elevated
level
by
of
it,
acting.
but it's like, this movie, it's not asking you for Oscar caliber acting. But I swear to God, in that one scene,
No?
you know?
I mean, it's there, and the fact that it's there makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because that death not only gives so much more weight to the change that Nick goes through, but also makes it okay from a story standpoint to have that crazy shootout, because the real value of the final act is this scene in the car on the way to the hospital and the death, you know?
Yeah.
But you get to have all the shootout stuff as candy on top of what your actual what the actual meat of the story is. Candy on top of meat? You ever had candy on your
Yeah, I
hamburger?
don't think that's the sugar-free candy.
I don't know if I'd...
Is that what the sugar-free candy's
Is
for?
that- I don't... It's what another glass of whiskey is probably
Yeah,
for.
now you can have candy on your meat
Oh,
and
God.
eat it all with Mike and Nick and Alice.
Can I step away to get some ice?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to step away and get some ice.
So there's some other needle drops in this movie. I think my favorite of the needle drops, I mean, obviously, the Oliver and Company song, totally unexpected. Love it. Great song.
What a way to open.
Billy Joel recently slighted in the New York Times list of the 30 greatest living American songwriters.
Really?
Can you believe Billy Joel was not on that list?
Top 30?
Top 30 living American songwriters, and Billy Joel was not on the list.
Wow. I mean, that's quite a narrowed down list to leave him out of.
What a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, I was very upset about it. I turned it into a trivia question this week, and one of the players called me on it. It's like, so you were so pissed off about it that you wanted us to be pissed off about it too?
So wait, the question wasn't what artist was
No,
left
it was
off
No,
this
it was
list.
which one of the following artists did not appear on the list.
Oh, okay.
And the options were Missy Elliott, Billy Joel, Bad Bunny, and Dolly Parton.
Missy Elliott's on there and
Correct.
Billy Joel is not.
Correct.
Holy shit.
I know.
Okay, yeah, that's a bit much.
Anyway, just look at the list if you want to be mad. But
I don't know any Missy Elliott songs except the one.
and she wrote a lot of songs for other people too.
Well, sure, I have to assume.
But the needle drop that made me laugh the most, mostly because of the context, the night is clocked. Every act of this story is clocked by the party, the after party, the after party.
And
then the
Mike
after,
is
after,
supposed
after
to be
party.
dead by the after
Yeah,
party.
so you're kind of keeping up with it that way. And
Right.
at the after party, it opens at a strip club.
It's a little after midnight.
All right. Time for the after party.
And the Dave Matthews Band song Ants Marching is playing.
Why? That's the thing.
At a fucking strip club. It's so funny.
It's funny, and the needle drops are so strange. They're so great because they're so unexpected. Like, yeah,
you could never predict. Even the Oasis thing at the end. Like, that's the song they latch onto.
The other one, what is it? The fight scene that's in the
Boys
gas
are back
station.
in town. Thin Liz. Oh, well, I was thinking Thin Lizzy. The end. The boys are back in town is the fight.
Yeah, that too. That's a great
Yeah.
song. But
That's a
like
fucking great song.
The one that makes no sense. Going back to the gas station scene, the fight in that scene, the camera pulls back and you see the fight through the windows of the gas station to My Baby Takes the Morning Train. What's the song? What's it called? My baby takes the morning train.
Yeah,
he works from 9 to 5, and then
what is that song called?
What is that
I don't
song?
know, but
it's just like everybody knows that song. You know,
it's a really funny song to have a fight.
Yeah, and there'll be a clip in here so you can hear what I'm talking about. But it's like the choices of the music for the scenes that we're seeing are just so incongruent that it works. It's really either masterful or lucky, one way or the other.
It's very, I guess it's like kind of a fairly like, I don't want to say Guardians of the Galaxy-esque, but it's like very much like a James Gunn or Edgar Wright-esque fight sequence.
Okay.
Set to a song that you wouldn't expect.
Right.
Because that happens a lot in the Guardians movies. It happened in the Suicide Squad.
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver is another one that also had Isa Gonzalez in it.
Yeah. The songs that are chosen are all ones that you would sing along to in the car, but none of them have anything to do with what's actually happening in the scene.
Absolutely none
Not
of them.
Thematically, not even like rhythmically.
Only in the sense of in the editing room, because the sequence with ants marching is alarmingly well edited, and then the after party words appear in tandem with the drum beats at the very beginning. The snare drum hits.
Sure.
You know, it's so silly, it's so dumb, and it just works so well.
But it works.
Yeah, it's like the kind of movie you're sitting there watching the whole time, and there's semi-serious stuff going on, and you're just kind of smiling through the whole thing. It's just a delightful movie.
It is. It's pretty fun.
Delightfully silly, well staged, well shot.
Yeah.
Well acted. Like, the whole thing is just a lot of fun.
I think that's the best way to put it, for sure. Oh, there is one thing I wanted to bring up, and maybe, I don't know if you noticed it, or maybe you can explain it. But there are some scenes, the gas station, again, being one of these scenes, where the camera pulls back, and you're seeing most of the environment, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the camera slows down like there's a frame loss situation.
Oh, and it's like choppy slow
motion?
motion?
It's all choppy, and what are they doing there?
Well, I don't know why that's like that.
That's
other than
a creative choice I don't like.
Yeah, it didn't really look great to me, and at first
no,
I
it
thought
looks bad.
Maybe they're trying to replicate some sort of like 80s music video kind of vibe, because that was the same. You would see that sort of thing conditionally there, but like I just don't think it works particularly well. At one point, it makes the cat Kingpin look stop motion, like it doesn't even look like a real cat anymore.
Yeah, it just kind of stops. I don't know if I'm giving a good enough visual description for our audio listeners. It's like when your video call is choppy because you have a poor connection.
Yeah, and then the person moves from one side of the screen to the other in an instant, and they're frozen, and they're just moving in these... Yeah. I guess it looks to me, the easiest way to describe it would be, it looks like the animation in the Aha Take On Me video looks.
Right.
You know, where it's like a still image, and then it moves and still and moves and still and moves, and it's rhythmic, and there's a tempo to it.
Right.
But why does it look like this, and why doesn't it look smoother?
Yeah, I don't understand that. It's got to be a creative choice because...
Absolutely, because it happens 3 or 4 times in the movie.
Right. And my only thought is, we talked a little bit last time about stupid student films that we might have been in. And I was in a stupid student film with a digital camera where there was frame loss in the exporting of the video. So when you upload the video, you know, it loses frames and suddenly you're kind of really, really choppy, right? And we try to work around that kind of thing. But it only made me feel like that accidentally happened in one of their scenes.
And we're too far in the future for that to be happening now.
Right, yeah, this was
on
like
a major production like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the video that I was shot on was cranked by hand. There was somebody running. That's how old that is.
The director shouted through one of those, like, cones.
Right, he had a megaphone thing with one of those cones.
And action.
That's right. Absolutely. That was one of the first talkies, if I'm not...
Yeah, those golf caddy pants on.
Point is, I didn't know what that was. It doesn't make sense as a creative choice.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that was off-putting, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's no reason for it. I don't get what they're doing there. Would you watch a sequel to this?
Yes. Yeah, I would.
There's sequel bait in this movie.
There's sequel bait in the final moments of this movie.
And I would watch that movie.
I had so much fun watching this with these people, these actors, these characters.
Yeah.
That if you made a sequel, I would watch it.
I would too. Yeah.
100%. And if you found a way to bring Jimmy Boy back for the sequel, absolutely I'm in.
Yeah, for sure. At the end, they kind of hint at the notion that they might be able to save Nick, whose death makes the movie, essentially, on a story and thematic level. But apparently there's another time machine.
But why can't we just use the other one?
The other one?
Oh, boy.
There's another time machine?
Yes.
Does it come with an instruction manual?
Oh, we'll be fine. Nick could use it. Fucking anybody could.
All right. Time for round 2.
Which made me think of... This is the problem with drinking while we do these
Primer?
podcasts.
I don't know.
Yes, exactly. No,
Was
that's
it
right.
Primer?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly right. Because they keep the thing in a storage container.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got a second time machine, and it's just been in a storage container. And so the implication is, if you want to see another one, we could go back and fix tonight so that Nick doesn't die.
Yeah, Alice is aware of the second one because, again, her friend Simon is the one who designed and built
it
the
in the first place, yeah.
So she's privy to this. We can fix this, she says, and Mike disagrees, and she said, but why can't we just use the other one?
Why don't we just use the other one? That's the very definition of an unnecessary sequel that I would actually watch.
Yes.
Like, do we need it? No. Would I watch it? Probably.
I mean, it reminded me of the end of the original Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, not by the setup.
Not the specific setup, but the promise of, oh, we can do this again now, and there's another adventure to be had.
Yes. And then also, they're going to go back into the first movie?
Yeah. They do that. But if we want to talk, like, I think Back to the Future is like a perfect movie. And if there was never a Back to the Future 2, Back to the Future would still be a perfect movie.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. The only fallacies that come out of Back to the Future have to do with the fact that there are sequels.
What's wrong, McFly? Chicken?
That whole, chicken thing that they had to, like, Marty being called chicken being a hero flaw.
Suddenly it's a plot
Yeah, like, where the
point.
fuck did that come from? But
Like, we didn't need that.
The entire both of those movies are driven by the fact that this guy can't be called a chicken.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
silly.
Yeah, like the first movie stands alone.
If we could get a movie called Mike and Mike and Nick and Alice and Jimmy Boy, like, boom.
Yeah.
There you go. Make it.
I'm in for that.
Let's make it, guys.
Yeah.
I feel like this was pretty popular. I don't know. I stayed away from it. Ratings wise, I don't know what the tomato score for this thing is. I didn't pay any attention to that. I just saw online chatter, mostly through Reddit, of like people on the time travel subreddit or the movie subreddit saying like, this was pretty good, or this movie had some serious flaws, or things like that, and I'm just like, I think most people seem to really enjoy it. And I hope they did, because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for me, it was fun. This is an enjoyable watch, and probably something I wouldn't have put on if we weren't watching this podcast, you know?
I certainly wouldn't have gotten into it right now if I hadn't thrown it on the calendar.
Yeah, so good on us for making you guys watch this movie.
What a good job.
Because nobody clicks onto the podcast without having watched the movie.
I feel like this might be one that people watched before us.
Theoretically. I mean, yeah, it's one of the more recent ones we've done. Are we ready to talk about the method of time travel?
Yes.
If you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
I think there's a lot to be talked about here, but not necessarily about the time machine.
Okay.
What I can ask is, for a movie that has so little to do with the actual time travel, the story is not a time travel story that's about the time travel and the trying to get back where you came from kind of thing.
Right.
But it can't exist without time travel, and time travel is very important for that whole element to work. So it's not like 57 Seconds where we're talking about, well, you could make this without time travel. You need the time travel element.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so again, the movie I saw this afternoon was called Hokum, and it has Adam Scott in it, and it's like a murder mystery movie that takes place at an Irish hotel.
Okay.
But there may or may not be a witch living in the basement. So this movie is kind of a murder mystery filtered through a horror movie.
Okay.
And this is kind of just a mobster movie filtered through a time travel movie, right? Like like the time travel element is absolutely critical, but only to the extent that we're trying to inform and remediate the personality of one of the characters in the film, which I think is really, really an interesting take, right?
Yeah, the time travel is entirely necessary. So I guess what's so amazing, when he comes and he steps through the time machine, he ends up destroying the plans for a time machine that hasn't been built yet, that he used.
Right.
That in and of itself is such an interesting paradox. It rivals Tim Travers.
Yes.
You know, how do you emerge from a time machine you prevented being built?
Yes. One of the most challenging things to kind of wrap your head around with this movie, if you're thinking a lot about the time travel, as you know, we are wont to do,
but
is...
But the audience isn't, though. That's my point.
Well, yeah, they're not.
The story doesn't have anything to do with that.
Well, if he comes back, if future Nick comes back and immediately destroys the time machine that allowed him to come back to begin with, how then can past Nick be stabbed in the leg and have it affect future Nick? Because those two things seem to be contradictory. Now, the revelation at the end that there is another time machine is kind of a pass on this. Like, it's a get out of jail free.
Right, because we don't know the whole story.
Because there could be a scenario where Simon ends up living, and the necessary events needed to facilitate that original travel back or whatever are still there, are still present, right?
Right, but the other side to this is, in singular timelines like this where somebody stabbed in the leg gets the scar later, it means that that character has always gone back to the future and existed in that timeline, right?
Yeah.
It is dependent on the fact that not only has Nick traveled back, but Nick will always travel back and has always influenced this timeline, right? But the Nick that travels back, who has theoretically always traveled back, lived through a night that didn't have future Nick in it. So he knows what an original timeline looks like without his having traveled back.
Right.
There is a thread, or there is a timeline where this doesn't happen. So it's kind of like both the branched off timeline and the singular timeline.
Again, it's kind of taking things entirely from future Nick's point of view. Like, everything that happened to future Nick always happened to future Nick. And future Nick is never fundamentally altered, but he is because we stabbed him in the leg.
Yeah.
You know, like stabbing him in the leg proves that his past can be fundamentally altered.
So do you know what's going to happen?
You done all this already? As me?
I don't want to talk about time travel shit. Because if we start talking about it, then we're going to be here all day talking about it, making diagrams with straws. It doesn't matter.
When I hurt myself, it changes your body. This is what I do now, change your memory. It doesn't matter!
Like Looper, it doesn't matter, but are his memories changing? Like, if his skin can heal based on injuries he got from living through this night,
and his memories change.
Are his memories changing, and when will they catch up with him, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of that is like beta level interest in time travel.
Yeah.
I think the bigger thing, how do you square the notion that he lived through this whole night in regular time, and then went back, but also can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everything I'm learning from having done this podcast is that these two things can't happen.
Right. Yeah. There is a contradiction in the heart of this. And sadly, the point with this movie, much like Looper, is it doesn't really matter.
This is what I do now, change your memory. It doesn't matter!
You can go down that path and get lost in the weeds and get hung up on it, or you can just let this extremely effective movie do its work.
Right.
Whether there's ever a sequel or not, that's the benefit of having that final moment, is that there is always this possibility the past and the future aren't yet completely written.
Right.
The way we understand them to be.
I don't know if it's a product of having not thought hard enough about it when you're writing your script, or not caring, or whatever, but it's...
I think it's the latter. I think you just have to, like, recognize when you've got a good enough story that doesn't matter anymore. Now, there are movies where that would really stand out.
Yeah.
But the movie's effective enough that I think that it can get by. And again, I'm judging a lot of this on what I think the typical movie audience is going to catch on to and pick up on. And I just feel like it's not going to register.
No, probably not.
So much, I don't think.
Probably not. That's because the time machine itself is really immaterial. We don't know how it works.
Okay, but we don't know how it works. But we do know a couple things about it. One, it's called Clarence.
What?
That acronym is on the time machine at the very end. The second time machine.
Okay. What does Clarence stand for?
We don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so we don't know shit. No. Maybe the first one's name was Frank. I don't know.
Maybe so. But it's got some cool dials inside, which makes it sort of like the Atari backpack model from History of Time Travel. Because you're turning to the left and the right.
Yeah, he's putting a date and a year, like he's basically just setting a clock.
You climb in, and it asks you, would you like to travel to another time? If so, when?
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
And then there's little dials down there, and you can set it as you like.
But it's just a box in the corner of the room.
It is. And I think the one thing that the time regressor has over this is the ability to bring you back.
One thing.
Otherwise, this is the time regressor.
No, it's not the time regressor.
It's the size of a refrigerator. The only difference is you climb into this one.
This is one of the main time machines that we know the least about.
100%.
So it's really hard to make any kind of determination on this machine because so much of it is left to your imagination. I've got no idea how this thing works.
Could you travel into the future? I don't know.
We don't know.
You can travel into the past reliably, though. I mean, it works. It's pretty user-friendly, because even Nick could accidentally figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
This is kind of a middle-of-the-road thing.
Yeah, I'd say middle-of-the-road to lower, because I don't have enough to go on.
I think, honestly, I would put this above the Tim Travers time machine.
Why?
Because it's way more functional than the Tim Travers machine. The Tim Travers machine only sends you back, what, like a minute?
Yeah, okay. But, like, we know...
It's an integral part of that story, but it's like...
But I guess the thing that I get tripped up on is that we know that about that time machine because it's something more we know about it.
Sure.
Without knowing anything about the time machine, it's hard for me to say whether it's cool or not.
Well, I would say that the Tim Travers time machine is really the dividing line there, because the one right above that is the time ring from 57 Seconds, which we do know is powered by crystals.
Right, yeah, quantum crystals. Last time we were saying time crystals, it's quantum
Yeah.
Quantum crystals.
And then the one right underneath that is the replay loop, which is something we don't understand how it's happening.
Completely unreal.
Right? So the Tim Travers time machine is like the dividing line there.
I'm convinced that something that doesn't give me any information should be above something
that gives you so much. That gives you a lot.
Yeah, it completely spells out exactly what it's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
And then they reverse it. There's so much more spent on thinking about their time travel in Tim Travers than this.
That's fair. That's fair.
Can I just leave it to you? Because I don't even know. Like,
I think you're right. So that would put it below Tim Travers, but above the replay loop. Because this is an actual
that's fair
time
because
machine, at least.
That's one. It's technology that's been built. They even worked out time travel on a chalkboard to a theme song.
All right, I think that's good. All right, so that's our new number 8.
Yeah,
on the list. So right in the middle.
Really, the most interesting conversation to have about time travel about it with a machine that they tell us so little about.
Yeah.
Appear in a time machine that hasn't been built yet. It's like
bathtub, milk bathtub,
yeah,
time crimes.
Yeah, time crimes. Milk bathtub. I'm going to have to change the description of this podcast to two guys can't figure out what they're talking about.
What the fuck? Oh, you remember that movie, Milk Bathtub? Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
Two guys get drunk and try to figure out time travel.
That's what we could do, an entirely new game show where we're like trying to remember the names of the movies we watched.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Like, Milk Bathtub, what was that movie?
But yeah, that's the first real sharp instance of a character coming out of a time machine that hadn't been used yet.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the same situation. Like he arrived in the past when the machine hadn't been created yet. I thought that was really good. And then it's destroyed. And how did he even get there to begin with? Like as soon as that time machine is destroyed, he doesn't have it to use. How did he get there? It doesn't all come together perfectly.
And yet, as a story, it does.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a clear separation.
This is why I say it's not like they didn't think about it. I really think they made a conscious decision.
Yeah, this is a movie that I think younger Brian might have driven you crazy.
It might have, because I would have been hyper-focused on the time travel element.
Well, what are we enjoying next week?
Oh, man. Next week... Guys, it's going to be a big one. Next week, we are going to be watching Interstellar.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Christopher Nolan's Interstellar is the next movie. Kind of kicking off the summer movie season. I figured we'd go pretty big with this one.
Is that like a 3-hour movie?
It's long.
Oh, my God. What, I got to take like a whole weekend to watch this thing?
I can't wait for you to see it because there are some real surprises in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this movie.
There are some parts that are going to be like, oh shit, oh shit, he's in this. Oh shit, you know, like it's going to be good. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay, I hope so.
Well overdue for a rewatch of this movie, so I am.
And you know who else hasn't seen this? Tracy Yardley.
Wow. Okay.
So we get to play Tomatoes.
Back. All right.
Yeah.
He'll be back for that one. And I hope you guys will be back next time for Interstellar. Until then, thanks for listening. Hey, subscribe to this podcast wherever you'd like.
Everywhere you'd like.
Yeah, everywhere you'd like. 5 apps.
Just subscribe everywhere. I don't care whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Rate the show if you can. Leave us a review.
5 stars only.
5 stars only. Drop us a line at ohboyqlpod@gmail.com. Follow us on social media, OhBoyPod on Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, and Letterboxd.
And of course, you're keeping up with all of those things.
The movie haiku, movie review.
Right. And you're constantly posting. You're constantly posting on Instagram.
I am constantly thinking about posting, and then usually on Wednesdays I remember to.
So check Instagram on Wednesdays, folks, is what we're saying.
Whenever. Just check them whenever. You're on there all the time. But thanks for checking out the socials, guys. And more than anything, thanks for listening. Until next time, I'm Brian.
And I'm Nate.
And we'll see you in the future.
I'm ready to start pumping out some gigs again. I got some fresh new ideas for some fucking solid content.
Okay, let me hear a couple.
All right, so the first one, it's called When You're With Bae.
Yeah.
And you get swooped by a way hotter guy.
Okay, yeah.
So it's you. You're walking with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
She's super hot. Huge boobs, huge ass.
Can she act?
Doesn't matter. Anyways, you guys are talking about something super generic. All of a sudden, you see me standing over there just looking hot AF, just...
What is that? What are you...
I'm just over there doing hot stuff, you know? So your girl she just completely forgets about you. I walk over to her, okay? I rip my shirt off. I slap her on the ass. She loves it. You get pissed. You slap her on the ass. She hates it. She slaps you in the face. You walk off dejected. Me and her leave holding hands, play some song.
And then what happens?
And then, I don't know, the audience just assumes that like me and her either banged or like had sex.
I mean, no, I got that part. But I mean, did you really just pitch me a video concept that you came up with and you're playing the hot guy?
Yup.
And you want to post it from your account?
True.
Just curious, do you have any other ideas?
When a hot guy walks into a party. So it starts off, the party's normal, everyone's having a mediocre time. All of a sudden, door swings open. And you just see the hot guy.
Who is
it's
it?
Me.
It's you.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Girls are just leaving their boyfriends left and right. You could play one of the boyfriends, right? Everyone's wondering, what's this guy gonna do? I get to the middle of the dance floor, then right when the beat drops, I rip my shirt off.
Again?
Everyone goes nuts.
Oh boy.